P. Prem, come to visit my home. I want you to meet my family. The gentle invitation that came from the person sleeping tight on the bed made Dr. Premzini smile. A few days ago, Nafek had asked her several times and meticulously planned for them to visit her house during the holidays. But the mastermind behind the plan showed no signs of waking up. There were many reasons why Nafek wanted her to visit the Theranisorn house, but only one reason made her heart swell with happiness. You're important to me. That's why I want everyone in my family to know you. Even though she knew the members of the Theranisorn house from being their doctor, this time, she'd be introduced as their beloved daughter's special person. Nafek always spoke about her with a smile when discussing personal matters, as if showing her that she truly wanted her to be a part of her life. I love very much, P. Prem. We might have met under less than ideal circumstances. But now, my heart belongs to you. I want you to know every part of my heart, my dear. If you marry me, all of my possessions will be yours. Just one thing, Dr. Premzini, please don't be cruel to me, otherwise I might die of heartbreak. Nafek's seemingly playful words after a sensitive issue with a close friend revealed her sincerity. Nafek might have been difficult in the past, making her reluctant to get to know her, but today, Nafek made her heart learn the happiness that comes from love. Difficult and annoying she might have been in the past, but now she felt she never wanted to be apart from this woman. It was unbearable that the love in Dr. Premzini's heart would be for another woman. Dr. Premzini smiled as her fingers gently brushed the nose of the person lying down, causing her to stir. She then leaned down to kiss the smooth forehead, as she always did when she woke up first and had to wake the sleepyhead. How this sleepyhead managed to work in the entertainment industry with such irregular hours was beyond her. But Dr. Premzini's thoughts were interrupted when her slender waist was embraced by the newly awakened person, who began kissing her here and there, until she had to hold her face to prevent things from going too far and derailing their plans for the day. P. Prem, let go. Wake up and get up. Still sleepy, give me another 30 minutes. If you keep delaying, I'll cancel today's plan to visit your home. No way, I wake up now. Go wash up, brush your teeth. You're so filthy, not brushing your teeth and still kissing others. Okay, neat doctor, your wish is my command. Dr. Premzini shook her head lightly at the striking woman who got out of bed naked. She was getting used to seeing the beautiful woman not caring about her image. Initially, she wasn't used to seeing a naked woman in a well-lit room, but now it had become a habit every time she woke this person up. Because for two people to live together, the most necessary thing is to adjust to each other. No one gets everything they want all the time. If only one side gets everything, why would there bend the word we? Now the word we had truly come to life for her. The Theranisorn house, with its clear marble sign, made Dr. Premzini feel excited, even though she tried to tell herself not to be. But as the car drove along the path to the large European-style house, she couldn't hide her feelings under her calm face, prompting the driver to hold her hand. Everyone is waiting to celebrate my love. You're the love of my life. Dr. Premzini didn't respond with words, but chose to kiss the thin lips to thank her for her sincerity before opening the car door to enter the Theranisorn house. No words were needed, the actions clearly conveyed the happiness awaiting them. Dr. Premzini smiled at the owner of the soft hand that gave her confidence as they entered the living room where everyone was waiting. And what she'd worried about didn't happen. The Theranisorn family welcomed her warmly. Everyone was happy that their beloved daughter or sister had found love, not heartbreak as they'd feared, thinking Nafek wouldn't be loved by her. Even when Nafek shared her plans to get close to her, her parents chided their daughter for using such devious tactics, and even told her she had their permission to handle their daughter as she saw fit. This made Nafek jokingly complain that she'd become the favorite daughter instead. Take care of Pat, Dr. Premzini. Please take care of her, doctor. Our daughter is stubborn. You have our permission to discipline her. Thank you very much for trusting me to take care of her, doctor. Premzini's smile as she entrusted herself to the heads of the Theranosorn family spoke volumes. When a same-sex relationship was accepted by the family, it was the greatest happiness. But now, it started with the Theranosorn family first. As for the Chotaficharn family, that would have to wait for the right time. Dr. Premzini smiled at the proud owner of the bedroom, who was showing off her room after they'd finished getting to know the family. She was then taken upstairs to explore the bedroom, which was filled with the charming atmosphere of fairy tale princesses. Hard to believe you'd decorate your room this way. Which way? You look chic, but the bedroom looks like it belongs to a girl. Mostly, I stay at the condo, so I'm too tired to redecorate. Not still obsessed with cartoons. I saw coloring pictures in the car. How did you see that? Such a child. Who would believe that the beautiful villainess still wants to live in a fairy tale world? Ah. Dr. Premzini's surprised cry pleased the prankster, who made her fall onto the bed with herself lying on top. I want you to be the princess in my world. And you're the prince. No, I'm the princess who gets to be with Princess Premzini. Sweet talker. Sweet only for you, my princess. Now, sweet words didn't matter as much as the soft lips that kissed each other. Dr. Premzini wrapped her arms around the neck of the person above her as her heart began to feel the burning touch that the other intentionally made her fall for, and she was willing to stay in this whirlpool without getting bored. Today she mightn't say, I love you, but it wouldn't be long before she did. When she says, I love you, it will be the day her heart loves Nafak with all her heart. Please, wait a little longer. The happiness of the past few days made Dr. Premzini's face always have a smile, making those close to her are happy too. The beautiful doctor of the cardiology department was back to her cheerful self, spreading smiles that made others feel refreshed. Unlike when she had to cancel her wedding. But some might wonder why Dr. Premzini always had an actress know for playing villains by her side. In the morning, she'd drop her off at work. And in the evening, she'd pick her up. Sometimes, if she arrived early, she'd wait, or even if Dr. Premzini had an urgent case and finished late, the beautiful actress would patiently wait without showing any irritation. This had become a common sight for the doctors and nurses in the cardiology department. Dr. Premzini smiled when she saw the woman waiting in her office had fallen asleep on her desk. She must have been too tired to stay awake. Usually, no matter how late she finished, she'd be greeted with a bright smile, but today she had a commercial shoot and must have been exhausted, not even waking up when she returned to her office. Pat, why are you sleeping here? Wake up. Oh, P. Prem. What's wrong? P. Prem, I was responding, not wondering what's wrong. The groggy person had to wake up fully when faced with Dr. Premzini's deadpan joke. I thought you were asking. Your jokes make me stunned. If you say so, don't go anywhere. Wait for someone to take you. P. Prem. Just teasing to wake you up. Get up so we can go home. Dr. Premzini laughed at the pouting person who was wrapping her slender waist in a hug. She wanted every day to be like this because it was the happiness they both could feel. Initially, they planned to stop for dinner and then go back to the condo to rest. But they had to change plans slightly when she remembered they needed to buy some personal items that were running low. Dr. Premzini looked at the person walking beside her, holding her hand, leading her to the cosmetics booth where a superstar actress was the presenter. I know that you use this brand. How clever. I care about all of your details. Sweet talk like this, what do you want? You caught me again. So, what do you want? The soft whisper made Dr. Premzini blush immediately. What the actress said made her heart race with anticipation. Let's take a bath together. It was impossible not to feel embarrassed. Since living together, they'd never bathed together, not even once. Every time they were close, it was always in a place where they slept together. Please, P. Prem, let's soak together. It'll save time. You always think of something dirty. I wasn't thinking anything like that. Where did your mind go? I just don't want to waste our rest time. The mischievous one quickly walked away from the stern gaze, fearing she might get punished if she stayed too close. Doctor. Premzini shook her head, smiling at the person who walked into the cosmetics booth ahead of her. The feeling of being watched made her look around, but she saw nothing suspicious. Maybe she was just overthinking and worrying too much. Shouldn't she be happy with the present? After all, future problems are just that we can't foresee. But if Dr. Premzini had noticed something, she might have seen that it wasn't just one pair of eyes watching. The closeness between her and the actress made people who saw them question the kind of their relationship. Women whispering to each other. Women balding bands tightly. Women smiling sweetly at each other. Is their relationship just close friends? The large house in the famous housing estate, where he once almost became a son-in-law, made the arriving man smile slightly. The brown envelope in his hand was his chance to marry Dr. Premzini, the woman perfect for him. His mistakes would be overlooked if the relationship between the two women was revealed. When he asked Dr. Premzini for a chance and was rejected, he had to use this. No parent would allow their child to have a homosexual relationship. Thawat smiled as he was warmly welcomed by the elders. He respectfully greeted them as always, but this time was different. He might shock them. "Hello, father, mother. What business do you have, Thawat?" The nearly 60-years-old man, still in good shape, asked. The younger man's gaze, almost becoming a son-in-law, irritated him. "I'm here to talk about the same thing." If it's the same topic, the answer remains the same. We leave it to Dr. Prem. Aren't you a little suspicious of her, father, mother? Thawat grinned slightly before placing the brown envelope on the coffee table. What are you trying to say? You probably don't know that your beloved daughter likes women. The man's words, almost a son-in-law of the Chataficharn family, silenced the room. Only Thawat smiled as his plan unfolded as expected. What are you talking about? I have evidence that you two can't deny. He handed over the brown envelope, his handsome face revealing a sly smile as the elders opened it with slightly trembling hands. Numerous photos showed the closeness between the two women, holding hands, arms around each other, and even walking with arms around their waists. But the last photo, showing the two women kissing by a car, was undeniable. It wasn't a friendly kiss, it was a lover's kiss. What do you want, Thawat? I don't mind that Prem is confused. I still want to marry her. His words might seem gentle, like chivalry in shining armor, but the elders who have been around the block knew better. Behind his handsome face lay hidden tricks. If he were purely good, he wouldn't have had an affair while dating their daughter. Instead of taking responsibility, he kept pestering her, ignoring his mistakes. If they agreed to his demands, Dr. Premzini might be cheated on again, and their daughter would be heartbroken. I'm sorry, Thawat. What do you mean? Why? Leave my house. Thank you for revealing the truth that a man like you can't make Dr. Premzini loves you. I can't, or is your daughter the deviant one? Don't be rude here. Get out. Be proud of your perverted daughter. Don't think I'll keep begging. If others know Dr. Premzini is deviant, who will want her? Get out. I'll go, but remember, a perverted woman is disgusting. Thawat spoke with resentment as his plan failed. Who would have thought he couldn't use this to marry Dr. Premzini and was kicked out instead? Enough with chasing a woman who didn't want him, but Thawat didn't know how much his words would harm Dr. Premzini. The man, once almost a groom, left the house, but the living room remained silent. The family head stared at the photos of their daughter with another woman, recognizing her as an actress from a TV drama. I've seen our daughter with this woman. The nearly 57-year-old woman said weakly, making her husband look at her in disbelief. How? I saw them shopping together. I thought they were just close friends, but this can't be happening. What should we say to our daughter? If she dates a man, she'll get over this strange phase. The father's displeased look at the scattered photos showed that he couldn't accept his successful daughter's flawed choice of partner. A strange phase, but I'll set her date with my friend's son. Krit just got his PhD. The professor at our faculty. Yes, Krit and Dr. Prem know each other. Tell her to come home. But I'm afraid she. You raised her. You know how to talk to her so she won't refuse. I won't let her life be tarnished by this nonsense. The father left the living room in anger, leaving the mother sighing deeply. Looking at the photos of the two women, it was hard to accept. Dr. Premzini had never shown signs of liking women. She almost had a dream wedding. How could she accept that her proud daughter liked women? Maybe she was acting out of disappointment from the canceled wedding. If Dr. Premzini dated a man, she might get over liking women. Meanwhile, Dr. Premzini, unaware of the impending problems, smiled as someone fussed around in the kitchen. Even cracking 2 eggs nearly emptied the pack in the fridge. Crack it gently to separate the shell, then use your thumbs to gently pull it apart like this. Splat. She followed the instructions, but the egg didn't come out as neatly as Dr. Premzini's. I give up, every egg is a mess. Be patient. I am, but it's still bad. Nafak complained, wanting to help her beloved doctor but failing. Try again. I'll answer the phone and come back to see your work. The phone rang in the living room. Before leaving the kitchen, Dr. Premzini kissed her cheek for encouragement, leaving the frustrated one to try cracking the eggs without shells mixing in. Dr. Premzini glanced at the incoming call number with a mix of curiosity and concern. It wasn't often that her mother called on her days off, as she usually wanted her to rest. Unless there was something urgent to discuss. Yes, Mom. The call ended after just a brief conversation, but Dr. Premzini's face immediately grew serious. She could sense a tone of unease in her mother's voice. What could be happening at home? A fear staying at the bottom of. Her heart began to surface, bit by bit, as her mind drifted to the threatening words of her former fiancé. You'll never be happy with this woman. There was no possibility she'd go back to marry him, but what could he do to make her unhappy? Prem, I did it. The joyful call from the kitchen snapped Dr. Premzini out of her troubling thoughts. Her happiness was waiting for her right now. I'll be right there. Hurry up, I want to show you. Just cracking an egg perfectly was something to be proud of, even if it meant nearly emptying the fridge of eggs. But isn't it worth showing off when you finally achieve something after trying so hard? Sometimes. Though, no matter how much effort we put in, we can't achieve what we desire.